Hey guys, and welcome back to Crash Mind Over Mutant. Crash, that is exactly how I feel right now. Blasted hay fever. So we finally managed to speak to Nina Cortex after going back and forward, back and forward. Well, I'm sick of it. But first, guys, he does the Crash dance. It's a slightly different version of it, but he does the Crash dance. Oh, I'm so happy I discovered this. I mean, it's not quite the same, but it's close enough, right? Anyway, so let's hit Chaos Control once again to take out this guy so we can actually get somewhere and make our grand journey all the way back to Crash's house. And yeah, if you fail certain things, if for some reason it says "oh no's," I haven't really had any reason to show. We haven't really had a reason to see it. We've probably had a couple of times. Yeah, it says "oh no's" for some reason. I don't know why we pluralized it. Thankfully, though, this is the last part in which we do all the backtracking. Yeah, I really wanted to get this time. The only way to really get it is by jumping off of an enemy. There we go. Yes, this is the final sign that we have to worry about backtracking. I'd say that's great, but I also hate the way that the game does it. Two different ways that the game does it. One that we'll be seeing in this part, one we'll be seeing a few parts time. And we are still going to be revisiting certain areas, but in terms of actually getting there, it is way, way faster now. But the first issue that I have with this change in backtracking we'll be seeing in this part. Also, it took me forever to get up here this time. This water, because the water is constantly pushing you away. So trying to make this gap with or without a Titan, unless you're using the TK, is really difficult to do. You pretty much have to, without like just jumping off of your Titan, which I'm presuming to do right now. Don't know why I went all the way down there though, but I finally made it up. And luckily we have this guy. I don't think I sacrificed him though, I think I just absorbed him, or whatever, stored him. But we're finally there. We're at Crash's house. The backtracking isn't over yet, but we actually did have to cut to the normal speed here. So you're introduced to yet another new Titan. Oh, and Crunch is here. This is nice. I'm going in completely the wrong direction right now. Come on. Correct way, please. Crash, what was going on with your nose? Seriously, what was going on with Crash's nose here? I thought Crunch was here. I must be thinking ahead. I mean, it makes sense for him to not be here considering that we have a load of bad guys. I'm thinking way further ahead. I've recorded quite a lot of the game.
Will be to take out their leader.
Right, so we gotta take out the leader. I don't know why the game is telling us to go over there, but it's kind of annoying because I want to take out this Titan right here. But if I get slightly too far away, it repeats this again.
Bad mutants will be to take out their leader.
Yeah. Well, in order to get to their leader, I want to take control of one of the mutants. In this case, a Titan. So we're introduced to yet another one. Again, one of the first ones that you come across in Crash of the Titans. This is the Snipe. It sounds like a hyena, and I think that's what it's supposed to be. It looks like it's got dying flower petals on its head. And it's honestly one of the less useful Titans. This is really all you can do. And just being the Wii, on this version of the game, I have to manually aim. I mean, I don't know what you have to do on other versions. But yes, I have to manually aim here. You can hold down B for a rapid fire attack, but that is what drains the meter. But the rapid fire is awesome. The downside, of course, being is that it also means that when they're using it against you, you're almost certainly going to be losing whatever type you use it. But yeah, like that. I love that. That is awesome. It's awesome when I can do it, which is hard to do because you've got to hold down the button for quite a bit of time. And make sure you're aiming in the right direction. Now, you do have this claw attack, but I can only ever seem to do it when going sideways. But the snipes will be doing it plenty of times to me. Unless it's yet another hidden move that I am not aware of. Because the game doesn't actually tell me about it. Yeah, taking out enemies otherwise can be quite boring with the snipe. The snipe was one of 3 of these range attack enemies in Clash of the Titans. I'm not sure if the 3rd one is in this game, but we will be coming across the 2nd one later on. There was the snipe, there was the stench, and there was this electrical guy. They're all kind of similar looking Clash of the Titans. I did look, the models are actually different, despite my previous statements, but they looked kind of similar. Here they've all been made a bit more distinctive. So the snipe hasn't really changed that much, but the stench has, and I can't even remember if the electrical guy is here. If he is, he's right at the end of the game. And again, I don't think every Titan appears that was in Titans in this game, but I think the majority of them are. I don't think there's any new ones. And a few of them are only like as bosses now. Okay, so I was here for ages last time. This music was kicking in. But I couldn't do anything. And the game, because like the collision section and everything, made it very difficult for me to get back out of this area. So I really don't think they should have given you access to this area. It's doable, I mean I managed to get out, but it's very hard because the only way out has this really questionable collision section. That's where I finally managed to make use of the spike's stronger wide range ability. Other than that, their attacks are kind of similar to the rats. I managed to do this. Oh yeah. Really should do more damage than it actually does. Because who knows where these spikes are going. And there we go. But now, it gets rather annoying to be honest. Because what are we going to do now? Now that we've actually progressed, we got the key to that door that we saw a while ago.
That huge lock we found in the desert.
So what are we going to do? Are we backtracking all the way out to the desert again? All that way? No! No, we're not. Now, only now, does the game get the idea that we can fade to black and transport us straight to the door. Why? Why are we only doing this now? It's so stupid. I mean, I'm grateful that it stops here, but this is stupid. Why are we only now doing this? It's like they're fully aware of the backtracking. You know, it's been brought up in 1 or 2 cutscenes. You know, Nina said it, even though we're not running all the way back because we've faded to black. And I think it was mentioned like 1 or 2 times earlier on. And then they have the nerve to actually make fun of it later on. Like they will flat out make fun of it. And make fun of you for doing it. It's like, well, then have it as a different structure. Why is it like this? Now, if you wanted to have a bigger world to explore, structure it more like Twinsanity then. No, in Twinsanity we didn't... I can't believe I'm praising Twinsanity, as I haven't really made clear at all throughout this playthrough or the Unseen Trilogy one. I hate Twinsanity.
Greetings, little peons, which I invented. You see before you a glorious history of evil devices that me, invented. Over time, the disgusting heroes of this world, which I invented, me, not Cortex, read your Bible, I wrote it. Heroes like lazy bandicoots just leave these wonderful toys to rot where they fall. But Dr. Cortex, who says he invented many things, liar, says, hurry, build me a space head and many NV devices. So, I have invented recycling! Remember the N.Brio patented phrase, reuse, recycle, revenge! I created Slinkies! Stop playing with them because they're mine! You see before you an ocean of wrecked dreams, my dreams. But from this ocean, Dr. Cortex has asked me to harpoon the white whale of evil. Recycling shall destroy the world, and I, as its inventor, shall get the credit. Look, Light Bright, I didn't invent this. Bert Meyer did. It's not evil. Why is it in the pile?
Yes, that's right, you little fools. Evil recycling gives me everything I need to build and distribute envies. Look, there's got to be a better picture of me. Enter my recycling program, Crash. The recycling program of doom. Oh, that's good. I look butch.
But recycling's good. Isn't it? Anyway, welcome to the Junkyard. I don't know why there's a junkyard right next to the desert, but there is a junkyard right next to the desert. Even weirdly, there's a spooky haunted mansion at the other end of the junkyard. Well, not mansion, mountain. Spooky haunted mountain at the other end of the junkyard. So, I don't get it, but this is a platformer and we all know what these cartoony platformers are like. You're in this one area, then all of a sudden you're in something incredibly different. Take Sonic Adventure, for instance. I'm in the city, but just ahead of the city is a load of mountains. You have to get the train, so I guess you could say they're a bit further away. Alright, Sonic 06. The Kingdom of Soliana. It has an ice area. It has a desert. It has ruins. It has a jungle. It's all one kingdom. Or heck, the island of Sonic 2. I guess to some extent Sonic 1. Okay, Snipe is useful against the sniping enemies, as you would expect, when they're not moving, which frankly they don't. Really would have been useful to have the snipe during the boss fight that we have in this part, but sadly no. Alright, meet the stench. Oh, I love doing that. Yes, meet the stench. Not the stench. This is not the stench. We have met the stench already. This is the sludge, is what I'm trying to say. Found only in this area, I believe. And I accidentally went to the map instead of the tutorials. So yeah, we have just some standard, fairly slow punches. And then we have the toxic bomb, which we're not really going to be seeing that often. And we have another one.
This guy is a slippery one.
We're not going to be seeing the toxic bomb that much, sadly, because it's very slow at doing it. So you're almost certainly going to get hit. But we'll be seeing them use it against me plenty of times. I swear the enemies, when you're not fighting the Titans, they are able to do their abilities way faster than you can. There's also a problem when they get you cornered, like this one is going to do. This is also, eventually, if not this part, the next part, I start to make better use of the dodging. Better in terms of than I've been doing so far. See, that attack goes on for ages. I mean, it's the same issue that you have with the snipe. Like, their attack goes on for ages. By the way, every time you die like that, I think I mentioned this before, Cortex will laugh at you. Anytime you lose health. Anytime you lose all of your health, Cortex will laugh at you. It is, like, Titans did the same thing, only in that game it was Uka Uka. This time it's Cortex. It takes even longer when I start to use the dodge and the counter attack both together. And as you would expect, the sludge can also go through the toxic sludge that we will be seeing every now and then. I'm trying to get this doll up here, but I don't know how you get up there. Because the thing is moving too fast for me to get up there, with or without attacking. So it's a mystery as to how I get up there. We're not going to be seeing it. It shall remain a mystery. Right. I decided to ditch the roller instead. Just because I figured I'm probably going to need the sludge later on. Even though the game usually provides you with a spare one. Yeah, I recommend jumping for this. Just makes things a little bit easier. Just spin jump to get up here. And I messed up that jump royally. Let's try it again. It's just out of reach. I did try to use the spin jump, but I can't quite get my footing right, so I'm just like, screw it! I can clearly get up here another way anyway. If you use the drill attack, you will then bounce higher. So, this place is kind of giving me vibes from Clockwork Ruins Galaxy from Super Mario Galaxy 2. Only with sludge and junkyard kind of thing. So now that is satisfying to watch. You not only kick him away really far, but you're going to kick him into explosive crates. You could also use the sludge to get underneath these little bits right here. Sludge is not great with combat. While you're sitting in this, Crash's health goes down really fast. He's also for some reason on fire. So this is where I die. Not to them, but to this guy. I'm still on fire. Which has a bit more success. I'm gonna say drill attack, but I'll just bounce up like that and grab a hold of the ledge. Alright, this part right here. Right. At first, we're just taking out all the sludges, and that's fine.
Take them out, Crash.
It's what we have to do after this. Oh, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. For now, just take out all the sludges. They're pretty... You don't have to hit them that much, and if you're able to charge up Crash's strong attacks, you can get through them really quickly. Of course, that's if you're actually able to avoid all of their attacks, which I am not really good at doing. I really should be making better use of the uppercut. That's what I should be doing. Unless I miss like that. Well, at least it knocked him out. See, that didn't last nearly as long. Unless I had to keep shaking the Wii remote, which would make sense to me. That did not last very long at all compared to this guy. So many of the big titans all die in that same way. They give you a salute and put their arm on you. Now something interesting. It turns out there's other slime monsters around here as well. I would say God you look ugly, but I think that's kind of the point. This guy kind of looks like the guy that sells you the Rhino in Ratchet & Clank if he merged with an amoeboid. Here's the thing.
Talk to that guy, Crash.
Hey man, thanks for taking care of those bad news for us. I was sitting on a treasure of merchandise and couldn't move it. Crash! Fabulous! You can help us, no? You chase off the bad sludges what are trapped by the mojo. So
we have this TK up here. But you can also see that there's the misty thing that's sort of blocking your way. And we have this here. There's also a handle that the TK can use far from distance, so you can activate from here to get this thing down. But it still doesn't seem like we have access to it, even if I use the TK to open the door. So what is the problem here? Well, I was here for ages. For a good like 15 minutes, wondering what the hell I'm supposed to do. And you know what you're supposed to do? You have to talk to them again. That is literally all you have to do. You just have to talk to these guys again. I don't know why it didn't work the first time. But 15 minutes later, at least...
This part of the junkyard is a goldmine for smart squishies like me that know where to look.
I don't know if I have to speak to this guy as Crash rather than with the sludge, but this works now.
Actually, N.Brio, those bad sludges have been building weird stuff over there. It's all death radies and world destroying that. These people just need more chicken sandwiches.
That was it. That is all you had to do. Just talk to him again. Why didn't that just work the first time? What was the point of that? It's not like what he had to say had anything to do with Crunch or Brio, who are on the other side of this cave, by the way. What was the point of all of that?
Crash, stay away, little buddy. I can't control myself.
Just take the helmet off already.
You don't understand. So awesome. Monkeys.
Yes, fight your little buddy. Teach him who invented who. Strike him with your large man hand.
I obey. Eat enough fiber.
Right, crunch time, round 2. But this boss fight isn't nearly as fun as the one in Wrath of Cortex. For starters, he doesn't punch Brio into the arena. Okay, so although using the snipe would make so much sense, we instead have to take control of the TK and throw these things at the robots when they expose themselves like that. This was my second try. It took me a while to actually work this out. And you kind of gotta hope that the TK throws the things in the right direction, because it really doesn't like to. They really can just show the TNT crate coming through the conveyor belt. Like that. Doesn't matter where I actually aim the thing, it threw it in a completely different direction. Like so. You can get Crunch with your telekinesis, but it didn't actually do anything. And it's immune to TNT crates. Wumpa fruit will get rid of him, but TNT crates no. Ow. I don't think you can even hit the projectiles back.
Hit that turkey like Thanksgiving. No stuffing.
Yeah, one more to go. It's not the end of it though. That. That's that phase done. He barely even had a falling animation. What is going on with that window? The windows are glitching out. This looks way more gruesome than it actually is. So wait for Crunch to expose himself. Throw him into the drills. Thankfully he never gets the idea to leave this one area. He does throw projectiles at you that are quite damaging, so I did wait a little bit this time around. And there we go.
We need to use
But alas, the boss fight is not over yet.
Try to jack him when you get the chance.
So N.Brio is going to be running up and down there, while these little minions or robots or whatever they are coming after you. Now Crunch can fire something from his bionic arm. He never did this in Wrath of Cortex. And then again, in Wrath of Cortex he used the elementals for all sorts of things. But this, I have no idea what... I just win this boss fight. I have no idea what I did. I don't know if I'm supposed to hit N.Brio, if I just have to take out all the enemies, in which case the game went a bit weird because there's still one left by the end of the fight. So I don't know if I just eventually hit him. All I know is trying to aim when you have these tiny enemies coming at you at speed. It's very hard to do. So I decided to do that, but the problem is then more of them come back. You do get quite a fair bit of your health back though if you jump off the crunch and jump back on him again. You don't get all of it, but you get a good amount. But yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing. But it's also very hard because the projectile's actually got to get up there, so actually trying to hit N.Brio is very difficult to do. So I'm going to try and see if I hit him. If you do, then you only have to hit him once. I have no idea what it is I'm doing here. I just kept going and eventually I won. So Crunch never shuts up. And that recovers a good portion of my health. So let's see. I can't remember how long this takes either. Yep, that still didn't do it. It looks like I'm missing him.
That was so pretty, I could kiss myself. Botanically correct.
Gross.
Crash, go into your house on Wumpa Island and check.
I mean, I think I got him.
But that's mine!
Just swat him away, Muscles!
Hey, I feel great! Got the monkey off my back! Thanks, little buddy! No, really, I'm good now! Stop it, please! Stop it, please! Ow! Honestly, I'm much better! Ow! Lift with your legs, not with your back!
Well, I didn't think we'd meet again.
Well, you were wrong and I was right. As right as Betamax. Why won't the world understand? We've got limitless bad mojo to power NVs!
Bad mojo? How are you getting that? Start talking, mister. Crash likes Crunch, and look what he's doing to him.
Cortex and I are in charge now, little fool. And your island is trapped by a device that
That you invented, yeah. Come on, Crash. Looks like my brother's involved in this mess. You go on home, Crunch.
Yeah, think I'm leaking brain juice. Gonna lay down a while. Sleepy.
And you clear out. You're not welcomed. Come on, Crash. Let's go find my brother.
This isn't the end. I invented endings. Why don't people take me seriously?
Okay, and a strange little homage to, I think it's The Incredible Hulk, the TV show. I don't know. I also don't know why N.Brio is obsessed with saying that he invented these things. Still, I like it. Brio steals the show. He really does. I mean, seriously, read your Bible. He wrote it. Brio is Jesus, or something. This is the Gospel of Brio, followed by the Gospel of Brio, and then the Old Brio, and the New Brio. Just need a sludge to get through this little section right here. Oh, come on, the fire wasn't there anymore. Right, I don't seem to get the idea that I can use Crash to just use to get out there. I mean, this was just me wanting to see if I could grab it. And then I ditch it. Then I get back on it, and then I absorb it. I don't know where these things are going. It's disturbing to think about. I see something bizarre at the top of the mountain. Why, it's that haunted mountain I was talking about. It's just randomly at the other side of the junkyard. Alright, well that concludes it for this part, which I invented. So I will see you guys in the next video, which I also invented.